Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is your host Leslie Karoma with the Africa Sports Report. This week's program is, I guess I'll say, you dedicate that to folks who have found their niche in the sports business, in the sports industry. We've had a conversation with the gentleman with the Cameroon Football Development Program, which is who is Justin Fozano. Then I've had this conversation with Ms. Lemami Kale, who is a trainer for the pros. And now I have a young gentleman who was born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut, but traced his roots to Sierra Leone in Guinea-Bissau, and he's what I'll call an avid practitioner of the martial arts. His name is Jordan Malik, and I'd like to welcome Jordan to the show. Welcome, Jordan.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Now, I just indicated that you are an avid practitioner of the martial arts. Currently, I understand you are in the mixed martial arts business, but you are basically fixated on two forms of martial arts out there. When did you start? When did you get your start in martial arts? What got you interested in the martial arts at a young age?
Okay, well, to be honest, now that I think about it, I always used to tell people I started when I was a teenager, when I was getting into fights at the playground, in the basketball courts in New Haven, and I wanted to defend myself. But to be honest, when I really think back to it and I really researched the true origins of martial arts, I've been doing it my whole life. Starting since I was a kid, because many people within the Black community in America, we have different forms of our own indigenous martial arts that we don't even realize. And it wasn't until linking up with some people, some professors actually, who study this anthropology of martial arts in America, did I realize that I've been doing martial arts since I was probably a kid. You know, since like 5 years old, playing in the playgrounds, wrestling, doing like traditional wrestling with my friends when I didn't even realize what I was doing. We also have slap boxing. Where I'm from, people slap box.
Okay.
You know, so that was probably my introduction to actual, like, I would say the sport aspect or the competition aspect of combat. But when it comes to the art form itself, I started when I was about 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you started in which form of the martial arts did you start with? Because like you said, I indicated that you are into two particular forms, but I'll let you tell the audience which ones they are and which one you started off with.
Right. So when I was 14, I started off with Wing Chun Kung Fu, and for those who are into martial arts as well, they would know that's the first martial art that Bruce Lee actually started when he was a young boy in Hong Kong. And I was really into Bruce Lee and Kung Fu movies around that time. So when I decided to actually get into martial arts, that was the first, there was no question I was going to follow, in the footsteps of Bruce Lee. Like a lot of people, they idolize, their heroes. Right. So I did that for about a year and a half. And I think it was really a good foundation for me, an introduction into the martial arts, because not many people know truly about Wing Chun because of what they see in the movies, like Ip Man and the Bruce Lee movies. But Wing Chun is a very, very, very internal chi-based martial arts. And that's when it comes to, like, not the physical side, but more so the mental and spiritual side. So that was a really good introduction.
Okay, all right. That's amazing, because a lot of times you come across folks who talk about their introduction to the martial arts and how it helped them grow as individuals, mentally and physically, to help their self-confidence, and talking about the chi-based, which is more or less the mental side, and spiritual. Definitely, that sounds like a winner to me. Obviously, because a lot of people do struggle with their spiritual identity out there, and mental discipline. So I guess the martial arts is which over time has helped a lot of people it's an awesome go to form of what I call exercise, because at the end of the day, it's a form of exercise in itself.
Right.
But only that it has a component to it that not only helps you health wise as far as exercise goes, but also to develop a defensive mechanism to protect yourself against somebody trying to harm you, in a physical way. And then, of course, the discipline side, when we talk about the chi-based, the mental discipline, as well as the spiritual connection to your own soul.
And it really offered that, actually. Like, that's why when it comes down to it, I say that was a really good introduction, because it changed my perception of the martial arts. I went into it thinking I was going to learn. Obviously, a lot of people go into it thinking they're going to learn how to fight, and learn how to, build up their body. But what I got was that, and plus what everything else you said, too.
Right.
And so that really made me, look for certain things going forward in the martial arts.
Okay, definitely, yes, I agree with you on that, because me myself, I've been in the art, the martial arts for a very long period myself. Karate,
you do Shotokan, right?
Yeah, Shotokan style karate. Yes,
Yes.
and definitely, like you say, it's not just about the physical. Like you say, I went in with the idea to learn how to fight, but then I came out on the other end of it, learning how to be much more disciplined and much more focused, and be a lot more confident about myself, because that's what it did help me with. But anyway, so with you progressed on from there into you picked up other forms along the way, and can you tell us about your journey, and how that has gone so far, and where you're at this particular stage?
Yeah, definitely. So I like how you use the word journey, because it really has been one. So like I said, I started in Kung Fu, Wing Chun, and after that, I was still young, and around that time, I was very heavily involved into sports, namely basketball, football, and swimming. So I was a really athletic kid. So I wanted that athletic, physical challenge from the martial arts. As I was finding more of my abilities and natural talent in the martial arts, I wanted more of a challenge. So straight from all the, spiritual, feel good, chi-based martial art of Wing Chun, I went straight into MMA
Oh, wow.
at a young age. Yeah, so straight into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. I was training at a Henzo Gracie gym, professional gym in the next town over. And honestly, that only lasted for a few months, and I loved it while I was there, because I finally felt like I was like, this is what Bruce Lee was talking about when he said, take what's good out of every single martial art and use it to make your own. I really felt like MMA was the perfect blend of everything, and I still do to a certain extent, though. So from there, I only did it for a couple months. Like I said, I moved down to Jamaica for the summer, which I do a lot. I spent summers in Jamaica a lot growing up. I was with my aunt, and while I was down there, still training, hitting the gym. But when I came back, I decided I really wanted to get into karate, because I've always been a fan of Japanese cartoons, anime, and stuff like that. So I always saw karate growing up, but I never actually had a good experience with it. So when I actually decided to do it, I found a local gym, and this local gym was really like a pillar in the community that my father grew up in. So I grew up in, that my father lived in. This community was like mainly African American, Black, and Hispanic. So this place I trained at was all Black instructors. It was a dojo of like American freestyle karate, which blended taekwondo, boxing, jiu-jitsu, and kyokushin all into one kind of. But obviously they just called it karate. And this place actually was a dojo that the movie star Michael Jai White actually trained and taught at while he was in college.
Okay.
Many people don't know that he was from Bridgeport, Connecticut, which is like the biggest city in Connecticut, and I'm from the Haven.
Okay, all right.
From there, I trained there for like 2 or 3 years. That really instilled a big, it really made a dent, and not a dent, but it really defined my identity around that time tremendously. just because of the nature of the training,
Gotcha.
and just the people there and their spiritual base. It really made an impact on my life as a black man specifically.
Okay.
You know, just seeing that type of structure and power and, you know, honor and respect with other black men in my community, that was revolutionary for me to see. You know, and I won't get too far into like the spiritual side of that, but because that's in the past. But I really want to say that, you know, it's called Top 10 Karate Studio.
Okay.
Always shout out to everybody there, Sensei Deshaun, Sensei Rogers, everybody there. I always have respect for it.
Wonderful.
But that was in high school, and I'm 23 now, so the journey continues on to college, and you know, I really wanted to compete more because I never really got to compete much there. So I went into Taekwondo. I did that for a little bit, got a yellow belt, almost got a blue belt. Taekwondo wasn't really it. I didn't really like all the kicks and stuff.
Okay.
And from there, I started doing this is when when in college, the thing about college is there's so many different martial arts clubs that there's like a smorgasbord of options. So I tried everything. So I tried boxing, Muay Thai again. Like I said, Taekwondo. That's when I started getting into Shotokan myself.
Okay.
Which I now hold a 4th Q in. And then one of my favorites is capoeira. That's in college I found capoeira, and that's honestly when my martial arts journey changed again, tremendously.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm still kind of on that tip right now because capoeira has been a part of my life for the last 4 years. It's the martial art I can honestly say I've trained the longest in. So.
Okay. All right.
There, I graduated, and now I'm going back into MMA. Still doing capoeira, and karate is like an on and off thing again. So yeah, that's about my journey, the abridged version at least.
It is indeed a journey, and when you said MMA is the ultimate form of putting your own style of martial arts together, which like Bruce Lee advised, you know, taking the best out of every individual art form and putting it together to create your own, which he did with jiu-jitsu. Obviously, I think you're right on point with that as far as MMA is concerned. MMA is the ultimate, for those who don't understand or don't know, MMA is mixed martial arts. MMA is the ultimate form of, you know, a combination of different art forms that people put together, you know, to get in this open combat where there's no particular style. It's what your combination of style and form is that you bring to your competition. Some folks are, you know, more astute at boxing. Some folks are more in grapples and holds, aikido, judo, etc., etc. So it's really, like you say, a smorgasbord of different forms that one can put together. I guess whoever is able to put the best forms together that can overcome any other out there is the ultimate champion at the end of the day.
And I think even on top of that is more so who can put together the best style for themselves. Because one thing I always found a limitation of martial arts is there's no one size fit all martial art for everybody, and especially when I came into my identity as an African man, like, you know, my African identity aside from my American black identity, and really started learning about the philosophies of the continent and the different people on there. I realized that it's only fitting that I find the martial art and take the best things out of that martial art to fit me as an individual, because I feel like personally, you know, me as an African, my philosophy is I don't believe that everything is polarized, that there's separation in everything. I feel like everything is connected, but everything has a context. You know, everything has a place for it. And I feel like living in the West, everything is so compartmentalized. Everything is so separate. It's like almost like you can't do one thing and have the other. And that doesn't really make sense. And I think Bruce Lee also had that same philosophy, and that's why he was so revolutionary.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. You're definitely an admirer of Bruce Lee, just like I am. He's definitely an idol for me as well. I believe in his philosophies and then of course what he was able to attain, and I also believe in the way he was able to coin and put things together in his own way. Like he said, he was revolutionary. You talked about your African identity. Definitely, that's not something I wanted to touch on, because
Sure.
obviously you were able to trace your roots to Africa, to two particular countries. Can you say a little? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so back in 2017, at my college, I was a part of this club called Sankofa,
Hmm.
and they had a contest where you can win an African ancestry DNA test. So I had heard about African ancestry from a while ago, but it was really, really expensive around that time. So I didn't think I was ever going to be able to take it anytime soon because I was a broke college student. So
Okay.
when that came around, I was really excited. So that was when I took my maternal test. And the maternal test traces your mitochondrial DNA, which never ever changes for the most part in your whole lineage, and it's passed down from mother to child.
Okay.
So when it comes down to the first woman in my family,
Hmm.
it was a Temne Fula woman from Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau.
Okay.
So that's what my DNA test showed, and I recently took my pilgrimage back home to Temne land and Sierra Leone, Koya, and re-amalgamated myself with that culture specifically.
Okay.
And it was a great experience because I feel like every African American, every Black American, whatever you want to call yourself, in the West,
Hmm.
I should say this, every African diasporan
Hmm.
is sort of looking for that reconnection, that Sankofa, to reach back and grab what they lost. And I'm glad I was able to do that in that context. And
Okay.
also, I took my father's test when I got a job. I got money. I took the other one, which is my father's one. They test the Y-DNA
Hmm.
chromosome, and that came back to the Balanza people of Guinea-Bissau. And
Guinea-Bissau.
yeah, so those people, specifically both the Demne and the Balanza, are known for prestige
Hmm.
uh, of not only just their character, but also on the battlefield. They're very independent, strong-willed, and very honorable people. But especially the Balanza, I've been researching a lot, and they actually have martial arts embedded in their culture.
Okay.
And that really stood out to me because obviously I'm a martial artist. I love it. And when I found that, I found other similarities with other cultures, that they have martial arts built into their almost like their whole
Tradition.
everyday life.
Right.
Yeah, the tradition,
Hmm.
exactly.
Hmm.
The Balanza people are really big wrestlers.
Okay.
Um, and that's along that whole coast up into Senegal and Gambia as well.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of lamb wrestling or
Right.
loot.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's
Yes.
not just clustered in Gambia. It's not just clustered in Senegal. It's all over that
All over.
region.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when I go there next year, I plan to train that a little bit. And hopefully my goal when it comes as a martial artist now, I'm not just searching for different, Eurasian martial arts to get into and become initiated in, like, karate, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all of that. All that's good. I'm going to train those and take what I can from those.
Hmm.
But when it comes to me being fulfilled personally as a martial artist, I won't be completely satisfied until I reconnect with my African martial traditions, or I should say Mantu traditions, because that was the original name for martial arts, is Mantu arts. It
Gotcha.
comes from the Egyptian god of war instead of the Roman god of war, Mars. It comes from Mantu.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You've done your research there. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
really nice to
I'm
know.
a warrior scholar. I'm not just a
Yes.
warrior. I'm a scholar in a warrior.
Yes, indeed, and I
Right.
love that you could trace it back to Africa instead of Rome, because everything that we talk about here, obviously, we know these things that we're talking about originated, we say, from Africa initially.
Exactly.
Everything has been either kind of watered down or lost in translation over time. But we know
Right.
a lot of these things originated from Africa. And obviously, you talked about the wrestling. Wrestling is big across Africa, Black Africa. I would say Black Africa because Africa's all black, anyway. I don't know why I'm even saying that,
Originally, at
you
least.
know. Yeah, so it kind of defeats the purpose, but the martial arts is definitely the art form of fighting. Yes, definitely is prevalent across Africa. You didn't lose your identity in so many ways. Your ancestry through your DNA was able to tell you that who you are, what you are, and why you still love the martial arts the way you are because
Exactly.
it's in your DNA. It's in you. It's
Exactly.
part of you. So your journey has come full circle. Your journey has come full circle with you being able to trace and connect back with your ancestry, and then obviously with your passion in the fighting form in the martial arts. Look, Jordan, this is a conversation we definitely will continue with at some later stage. We'll look at other aspects of your life as you evolve into this mixed martial artist out there. But for today, I would love to thank you and for coming on and giving us an idea into who you are and your connection to the African continent. Obviously, you are an African, just like every other black person out there in the diaspora. Even any other human being out there. Let's just be plain about that. Yes,
Whether they want to admit it or not.
whether they want to admit it or not. Exactly. So I thank you for coming on, and
No problem.
but
Thanks for having me.
yes, you're very welcome, and definitely look forward to having another chat with you at some later date.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully in the future, with the way my research is going now, I'm linking up with a lot more like-minded African martial artists. So in the future, hopefully the next conversation we have, I'll be speaking to you about Hama,
Okay.
which is historical African martial arts.
Gotcha.
Which is all those wrestling forms, all those lost African forms, the weapons, everything of that. That's all in that spirit, in that atmosphere. So I'm gonna try to bring that to you next time.
That is awesome. That will be wonderful because obviously there will be a great conversation, a great revelation to our audience out there who listen to us on a weekly basis, and definitely some a lot of people would love to know more about that, including Africans who were born on in recent time on the continent that don't really know the history of those things. They've been lost to over time because of lack of archival information in history and things like that. But thank you anyway, and we'll definitely revisit that, and we'll talk some more when you come back from your research and after doing your research into these art forms, and then we'll have something nice and great to reveal to our audience out there.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Definitely.
Don't think the same as everyone else.